The end of Raja Jackson. Oh man, oh man. Everybody knows what happened the past, 2-3 days? This brother almost killed a man in GTA. It was actually in real life. You know, but yeah, he really went crazy on this pro wrestler. It was uncalled for. I understand he disrespected you, but that is not the way to respond. And now you will probably be facing the biggest consequences of your life because you did this live. It's not looking good, but let's see what Omizi has to say about this. Is this really the end of Raja Jackson, or is his father just gonna bail him out because he got fuck you money? You know what I'm saying?
We already got in a fight once.
Oh, really?
A couple, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
He sucker punched me.
Well, I saw the slap.
How'd that go for
Was
you?
that?
And what'd you do? Did you slam him on his head?
Oh, yeah. That motherfucker went to the hospital that day.
Yeah.
I don't play that shit.
Talk about his son?
3-on-1 though. Two big bitches came out the room too. Like, leave our man alone. You're like, oh god damn.
No, you know what? I felt bad about kicking his ass that day, and to this day, he's the only person I ever guillotined.
Oh my god.
I never get guillotined on nobody. I didn't want to keep punching him, so I guillotined him and he wouldn't tap out. And
Oh, you put him to sleep?
yeah.
Yeah, it's looking like we have a lot to unpack. The punches heard around the world, yes, 22 of them to be exact, have been ringing off.
Oh, it's 22, not 27? Okay.
Days, and just like any other major situation, people are breaking down and dissecting every single last moment of it. Was the wrestler wrong with the beer? Was the company wrong for how they told Raja he could just wail on him? Was Raja supposed to be stopped because he had a concussion beforehand? Is Raja a slave to his chat because he kept getting egged on in order to inflict harm on this guy that was unexpecting of it? Now, I'm not saying that there's any.
Oh my god. Of course the chat was instigating. It's what y'all like to do. You just like to instigate. Y'all just want to see content and get entertained. You do not care about the consequences. You think the problem is a lot of y'all think this is not real life. It is. It's real life, and there's real life consequences to these things. This is not a movie. It's not. It could be scripted. Sometimes it's not scripted. Most of the time, this IRL stuff is not scripted. Bro, y'all need to stop instigating shit, man. But hey, man, at the same time, these are human. Like, he's a grown-ass man. He should be able to know what's right or wrong anyways without the fact that you guys instigated. So at the end of the day, I'm going to still put the blame on him. But yeah, egging him on doesn't help.
That justifies any sort of attempts of murder on camera, because that's literally what we just saw a couple of days ago. But as I dug deeper into the crates, I found a common link of things that could, possibly make us understand as to why Raja would do this thing to Stu. One, he's got serious anger issues, and two, toxic masculinity has been shaping this young man's life to the point where he explodes, and we're seeing it in real time.
Hey, yo,
Because when I mentioned
did you get jumped by a bunch of dudes in tights?
You said what?
Toxic masculinity.
On a dude in some damn tights.
Man,
Man, you shut the f up. I looked at your stream. You were hugging on some dude in some booty shorts.
I wasn't fucking on nobody.
I saw you hugging. I saw you hugging on your
You have
coach.
some homosexual fantasies. You need to stop that. Watch, my dad can't never call me a straight up. How many subs to knock him out? That's a good question. I'm gonna fake crash out. All right, bet. You about to see?
Oh my god, bro! They really egged him on. Fake crash out, bro. This nigga said get it all the time to be like, okay, cause y'all been playing with me too much. Y'all been playing with him too much, bro. And y'all pushed him to that edge, bro. I know how this happened, but it's sad that he really succumbed to that shit. It didn't help that his dad kept calling him a deadbeat. It didn't help that his dad just kept doing all this stuff. But then, yeah, no, this is sad to see, man.
About to see how fake of a crash out I am.
I'm gonna be quite honest with you. This is a culmination of a bunch of different experiences and things that we've talked about on this channel that have been impacting young men over the past 5 to 10 to really a bunch of people's lifetimes. But it's really gotten burdensome with the emergence of people like an Andrew Tate or a Myron or anybody else that is pushing pretty much red pill manosphere ideologies. We thought we were getting into the era of men showing more emotion. We were actually actually getting men to be further and further down this pipeline of destruction. And that's how you get a Rajah Jackson. Now, again, I'm not excusing any of the behaviors that he's displaying in any of these videos, but you can clearly see that he has self-destructive tendencies that are spawned on him by the people in his life, aka his dad. From a clip of him talking about him having to use a move that he's never done before on anybody in his whole professional career on his son, which doesn't make any sense, to constantly taunting him. And it's not like these are just meaningless taunts. We played it off as jokes in other videos and other conversations. No, this is truly impacting him and affecting him.
It is. Let me see this.
Kinda, I guess.
Good, I'm gonna kind of stretch these nuts all over your face. Yeah, I got you with one. Fuck you. Give him some good stretches.
So now he's going out there with all the skills and training that he has from the MMA fights, from the practices, and he's not using these as a way to do it in a competitive way. He's using it as a way to show that nobody can call him a bitch anymore, how much of a real man that he is. He has hands that can inflict violence, and he's willing to use those hands to show how much of a man he is. How is that not toxic masculinity? So as we...
But it's not like he's willing, bro. It's not like he's willing. It's not like this is, I don't think that was him, bro. I think Rajah Jackson in and of himself, I think he's a cool-headed person naturally. But this was just an event of everything compounding all at once. I said this in the last video too. Everything just kept coming, bro. His dad has been talking shit about him. Not just talking shit to him, but also talking shit about him on the internet. So now everyone thinks he's just a deadbeat. Everyone thinks he's just this stupid kid who has no future, who can't do nothing right. And it's like, yo, your dad is supposed to be the one person who's got your back. Like, at least maybe he can criticize you truthfully behind closed doors and like in a way to try to get you to be better. But not like you're criticizing him in a way where you're ridiculing him in front of thousands and thousands of people on the internet. That's where people get messed up in the head. That's where he got messed up in the head, because it's like you're not trying to help him be better. You're using him as the joke of the day. You're using him to farm clips. You're using him to entertain these fucking, like, your audience without even thinking how it's impacting your son as a person. And then what if he complains about it? What, you're gonna call him a bitch again because he needs to man up, he needs to be strong and shit? I do get what you're saying with the toxic masculinity stuff. I feel like there has to be a level where it's like, yo, of course, as a man, you can't be bitching about everything. Life's tough. You need to be prepared for how tough the world can get. Sure, but there's a level, man, when it's like, yo, everyone's against you, even your own dad against you, bro. At that point, it's like, okay, all you want to do is, it's like Zuko in fucking Avatar. It's like, yo, all you want to do is prove him wrong. And that's really where this happened, because it's like he got himself in a situation where he got bitched on live, and he didn't do anything about it. It looked like he didn't do anything about it. He was trying to check him, but then he calmed down, and he's just thinking, what could have even made this guy think he could mess with me like that? He's probably thinking, if this was my dad, if I was Rampage Jackson, would that guy even think to try to pop a can on my head? No, that's probably what he's thinking. So he's like, then I gotta crash out. I gotta show him why he needs to respect me. It's so clear where his thoughts were, and I don't even blame him for that. But he just made the wrong decision, crashing out like that. It was a cry for help, and that cry almost led to someone's death, which is very irredeemable. But I do think his father can take blame in this.
You can see Rajah has a bunch of different monkeys on his back, and this was the opportunity for him to get it off his back by displaying his ultimate power.
Bet you about to see how fake of a crash out I am. Now I get a chance to get in the ring and do some shit to him. Exactly. People think this sweet. People think this shit's a f***ing game.
Oh,
straight up, bro. Yeah, tired of everybody playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me and shit. No, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for myself because I'm tired of everybody playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Instead of having a place in space.
Damn, that shit like the beginning of an anime villain arc, bro. Like, tired of everyone playing with me. Got a background music playing and shit. It's never gonna happen to me again. I promise myself I will never be bitched again. I will never be picked last. And then the montage starts and everything, boom, 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 and then all of a sudden you see how he's a villain and he's taking over the world, blah, blah. Only problem is this is real life and you don't really get much of an arc, nigga. You just get jail. You get prison. It's unfortunate.
To express those emotions, Raja took that opportunity to express his emotions with his hand. And I can see who is goading him or egging him on to do these things. It's the men in his life. I'm assuming that the chat that he's talking to is mainly filled with men. I know for a fact that his father does a bunch of egging on again and again and again in his life. You know, bullies him, taunts him, does all these different things.
That dude was a little bit bigger. Roger would have been sprawled out. I would have been mad. So I can joke about it now because, you know, he my son's part of fighting. But that nigga was on Queer Street. He was like,
I got you. I'll make you do the same shit.
no, you won't.
Honestly, the dynamic was weird before, but now that it's leading to violence,
It's a very bad dynamic between him and his father.
How we even got here? Why didn't we see the signs before? And how could this be prevented going forward? One of the reasons why I keep pointing it back to Rampage Jackson is because even before the match itself, it seemed that cooler heads had started to prevail with the whole Raja and Stu situation. Stu hit him with the can, of course, and then he started to apologize. Raja wasn't taking it, but after some time, they came to this sort of conclusion that everything was supposed to be okay. But only after his father proceeds to antagonize him like he's done in the past does Raja step to the plate and feel like he has to prove himself.
I don't got no bread. That's what I'm saying. That's why I be talking to y'all and shit. I'm just like y'all, nigga. My dad got bread. That's his bread. That's not mine. He's rich. I'm not rich. You know, it's just been rough. It's been hard on me, bro. It's just really been hard on me, bro. I've been low-key. I've been stressed about it. I've been stressed about a lot of shit, you feel me?
The Raja Jackson story is a story for all young men out there, older men out there, just men in general out there who are trying to find identity within themselves with this age of social media showing them how to be some sort of man every single day. Now, of course, that situation has its own level of uniqueness. One, you have somebody who has to be not all the way mentally there as a father, simply due to the fact that he would go into the ring and do MMA fights and, you know, have his face be bashed in as some sort of a career. So like
True.
that already throws off the dynamic. Two, from my understanding, Raja's not his like biological son, or there's some sort of murkiness between how they grew up together, what happened and what transpired.
Yeah.
But three, and most importantly,
I could have sworn I could see a
seems like
resemblance.
there's not some sort of environment that's cultivated for real, genuine conversation between them. And it looks like Rampage downplays his son and his son's abilities all the time.
All the
He has
time.
other kids, but he's constantly downplaying specifically Raja.
Roger and his oldest son whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother, so don't fuck with him.
So while they have their own unique characteristics about their dynamic, what I see persist from their relationship online exists across the board, especially in the era of social media. Even though we are creating more safe spaces for men, I see this push for, you know, hookup culture be perpetuated by the men. I'm just thinking about, again, like the Andrew Tates, the Fresh and Fits. I'm seeing what's
Where did we
popping
get into
up on the
hookup culture
internet
from?
as what the ideal man
It's
is.
got
And
nothing
be
to do
honest
with that,
you,
but
as somebody who's
okay.
a kid, I would be even more confused than any other era before. And honestly, I would have a lot of bad faith actors guiding me as I go down a path of what ultimately will end up being destruction. Do me a favor, put yourself in the shoes of a young kid, somebody that's maybe a preteen or a teenager that's consuming the internet in 2025. And these are the clips that they're watching that go super duper viral on a day-to-day basis.
Do you see yourself as a one-woman man?
I will never commit to one woman. I only believe in committing into multiple. I want a poly relationship with over 5 women under the same roof.
How do you get a woman to commit to you being in a poly relationship?
This right here. That bankroll. That's how you get a bitch. That money make a whole move, man. This is how we living in life. You hear what I'm saying? You gotta live it. 7 wives, man. That's what we doing. Get out of here.
Wait,
out of here.
can I ask her something?
No, she don't talk. She's not allowed to talk.
We don't hold anybody accountable, and we allow mediocrity to strive in the West. And I think we need to go back to shaming fat people. We need to go back to making fun of them. I mean, if I was president, hell, I'd put all of them in a fat concentration camp.
And you may sit here and think that your career matters, but the truth is that your job will fire you at a whim and don't give a second, don't give a solitary shit.
So and when you're 52 and you're past it with no grandchildren in a house by yourself, and all your friends have grandchildren in this beautiful life, and you're sitting there by yourself, do you think the fact that you can afford a few extra Gucci bags is going to genuinely make you feel happy?
What y'all been doing?
Hey, I got a restaurant.
Huh?
I got a restaurant. Come on.
No, it's okay. I'm here.
Not the Shay Diddy Frost. Not the Shay Diddy Frost. Not the Shay Diddy Frost. Not him. He's not even a role model, but yeah, he is. Again, it falls under what he's saying. Yeah, it's part of the content you see as a kid, and you're seeing all this content and how these men are treating women and stuff like that. It's definitely gonna shape your mind a certain type of way, which is not great. It's not good at all. But I can also argue that the other way around wasn't that great either. The way they were trying to subdue men and make us something that we're not, it's also not great. Basically trying to chop our dick off and shit, like, oh, the woman's always right, the woman's a princess, blah blah. Sometimes, bro, they're not princesses. Sometimes they're just as scummy people can get, bro. A person is a person. Remove man or female. A person is a person, and a person is capable of being bad or good. So it don't matter. You can't just go ahead and say, oh, because you got a vagina, you just deserve the world. Because it's that mentality that first of all makes men feel less than. That shit was making a lot of men feel less than, less confident, less mature. It was just breaking down these young boys, man, making them lost and shit. So the other message wasn't that great either. I think there needs to be a new message, which is bring the men up without bringing the women down. You can do both. We can both uplift each other. Like, it almost sounds like I'm talking about some kind of dream world, but it's not. It should not be that hard to do. We can both uplift each other. There's no reason to antagonize or demonize one or the other. And yes, we should start teaching our young boys to be good people, bruh. Like, cause then I ain't gonna lie, man. All the shit I saw on the internet, man, that shit taught me how to be a bad person. And it took not a lot of growing up, but just my experiences to realize, oh yeah, no, I'm just a piece of shit. Why am I being like this? It's not great. It's not good. I mean, it is part of mostly the internet's fault for how I started to behave. It's crazy, but yeah. So he does have a point, yes, but the other message is not that great either.
I'm drinking that shit. You good? You lit? You lit? I said you lit. I said you lit. Whoa.
Young men are consuming this content where they're talking down about black women, where they're talking down about women as a whole, talking about how they're property, ultra aggressive towards all type of people,
yeah, that was crazy.
People. And then this overly sexualized movement that's going on in streaming where everything by some of these big content creators is nothing but sex first, sex second, sex third, and sex last. And to put the cherry on top, Deshae Frost in that clip was asking her, are you lit? Are you lit? As if that was supposed to make it easier for him to get, involved with her. Then if she wasn't lit, he was going to offer her some drinks and stuff like that. That's grape culture as well. Like, all of this is bad for men to consume. They don't have any positive outlets that are pushed towards the mainstream. And then in a case like Raja Jackson, you also at home are being invalidated by your father, who's putting it on stream to embarrass you by millions of people who are consuming. That's never
gonna be helpful.
I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more. All you do is make fun of me. You embarrass the shit out of me. Now you fucking up my other shit. You ruined it. I don't want you no more. I want another son.
It's so interesting because over the past couple of years, there's been this push against the fact that toxic masculinity exists. There's been names being thrown around like soy boy. There's been people saying that this generation is the softest generation than any generation prior. We need to get the testosterone back. And this has been something that has trickled into
testosterone has
and,
dropped a lot
made voters make
from
different voting decisions based off of
older generations to now.
Because
We
today's
do have
society
at
seems
least
to be softer. It got so bad and people couldn't hide it anymore that
testosterone
cartoons
as a
like King of
generation.
the Hill or South Park even made fun of it with their own renditions of Andrew Tate on their platforms. But it's funny because I look around and hear all this rhetoric about how soft society is, but I see a young kid like Rajah Jackson every single day. See, a kid like Rajah Jackson exists in my neighborhood. He exists in your neighborhood. He goes to the gym with you. He goes to the park with you. He works at your job. We all know a Rajah Jackson. Maybe not a person who's like a trained MMA fighter who would punch somebody 22 times. Probably not. But we do know a young man who suffers from toxic masculinity who is looking for any opportunity to get his emotions out there, even if that means in a violent way. In a best case scenario, they'll be able to find some sort of therapy or some sort of outlet to be able to talk through.
He needs therapy for sure.
Group or something like
Rajah
that.
Jackson
in a worst
needs
case
therapy.
Scenario, they'll end up either dead or in jail, and everything in between. To be quite honest with you, I think I see more Rajah Jacksons in today's society, ones that, you know, disrespect women, disrespect races, disrespect different types of people who literally aren't asking for it, take out their violent tendencies on people, as opposed to men who are moving in a more healthy and positive light. That doesn't mean that you have to be soft. I'm getting tired of that rhetoric. That's the dumbest rhetoric out there. Nobody's asking anybody to
It's
be
not
soft.
always
We're
the
just
extreme.
asking that the alternative doesn't happen. The beat downs, the fights, the shootouts, the violence, the, you know, negative comments, the turning down this red pill pipeline to where you become a caricature of yourself. I'm watching these Jubilee videos of men, real life men, not like characters on the internet, but real life men actually regurgitate stupid ass red pill talking points. But not even like red pill talking points from people who might have any good, you know, intentions behind it. But I'm talking about the stereotypical red pill talking points. Like shit that people would make into a damn skit.
A lot of the qualities I bring to the table, other races seem to appreciate and value a little bit more.
What qualities
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah, what qualities?
Okay, so I've heard a bunch of times growing up, like, oh, like, I want, like, a thug, for instance. And I understand, like, that's stereotypical.
That's major in
It is major, even in California now. I mean,
yeah, that full breakdown is nasty as hell. Ultimately, I think a lot of these problems would be solved if we moved out of the era of toxic masculinity into something that's definitely more positive for society. One that we can have open and honest conversation, identify bad behaviors and nip it in the bud, and especially not promote these people that
I don't know why
promote
this
these
is not
things as
positive.
like the end all be all high power, right? They shouldn't be social media famous. They shouldn't be any type of famous. These people should be called out at any regard and nipped in the bud immediately. That way we can move to more healthy and positive conversations about what it means to be a good fuck masculine man or whatever. Just a good human being in general.
Yeah. Okay. I can get behind that. It's not wrong. It's not wrong at all. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I didn't think that's where the video was gonna go to. I thought it was just gonna be more information about the situation, like if he's going to jail or whatnot. But I guess not. Hey man, niggas take the videos wherever they want to at this point. I can't complain. I chose to click, right? Shout out to Omizi. Good video. See you boys in the next one. Ayo Gerald out.